Ever type Berkeley County court records into Google and realize you've just stumbled into a massive geographical trap? It happens all the time. Whether you need to run a background check, research a local civil dispute, or you're just trying to satisfy some personal curiosity, navigating the maze of public documents can feel incredibly overwhelming. But it really doesn't have to be. Welcome to this explainer on accessing Berkeley County court records for free. Today, we're going to walk through a step-by-step guide on how to hunt down these documents online at absolutely no cost to you. Let's dive right in.
First things first, you've got to answer one absolutely crucial question. Are we talking about South Carolina or West Virginia? Because the U.S. operates on this completely decentralized network of state and local rules, the name Berkeley County actually belongs to two completely distinct judicial jurisdictions. If you get this wrong right out of the gate, you'll be digging through the wrong state's legal portals, and trust me, you will not find what you're looking for. So here's our agenda for today. We'll start with the two Berkeley counties, then cover system rules and legalities, searching South Carolina records, searching West Virginia records, troubleshooting your search, and finally some takeaways and a quick disclaimer. All right, Section 1, the two Berkeley counties, South Carolina versus West Virginia.
It's really fascinating how differently these two areas operate. Berkeley County, South Carolina sits right near Charleston. Their judicial system serves a mix of rural and suburban communities, and their courts handle everything from major felony prosecutions down to minor magistrate offenses. On the flip side, Berkeley County, West Virginia is headquartered up in Martinsburg, and it's actually known as the fastest-growing region in the entire state. Both systems handle major and minor cases, but as you'll see, their digital infrastructures are completely different. Moving right along to Section 2, System Rules and Legalities. Basically what you can and cannot see. Before we start clicking around any databases, we absolutely have to set some legal ground rules. Whether you're relying on West Virginia law or the South Carolina Freedom of Information Act, the foundational rule is exactly the same. Court records are presumed open to the public. Generally speaking, the burden is on the government to justify withholding that information from you. And this transparency, it's a cornerstone of how we actually hold our justice systems accountable. But hold on, that doesn't mean everything is a free-for-all. It's crucial to remember that highly sensitive documents are strictly restricted and will literally never appear in your free online searches. We're talking about juvenile cases, sealed medical records, confidential settlements, and adoption proceedings. If you're looking for those, you're going to need a specific court order, not just a web browser. Okay, Section 3, Searching South Carolina Records and Navigating the SC System. South Carolina actually splits its records across a few different portals. You can't just use one magic search bar for the whole shebang. You have to choose the right portal based on the type of case. So for a major civil dispute or a felony, you head to the SU Judicial Branch or the County Public Index. For a minor traffic ticket or small claims, the Berkeley County Public Index handles magistrate records. And if you need wills, estates, or marriage licenses, you've got to navigate over to the Spartan Public Inquiry Portal. Let's break down the actual steps for local circuit or magistrate cases using the SC Public Index. Here is a fantastic search trick. The system uses a starts with wildcard logic. So, if you want the best results, search using the exact spelling of the last name, but just the first initial of the first name. It really helps narrow down those massive lists of returns. Once you hit search, you can freely review the chronological docket data, the hearing schedules, and the final case outcomes. Now, I know I promised you free methods today, and searching those dockets is 100% free. But there is one big exception you should know about. If you need to pull a formal, state-certified criminal background check in South Carolina, the free index just won't cut it. You have to go through the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division, SLED, and they charge a $25 fee, plus a $1 processing fee. Just keep that in your back pocket if you ever need official certification. Let's shift gears to Section 4, Searching West Virginia Records using their digital WV Pass system. West Virginia recently went through this massive digital transformation, and they actually keep things a little simpler than South Carolina. They divide your search into two main hubs. For major civil cases over $7,500 and felony crimes, you'll use the brand new WV Pass system. For minor cases, traffic citations, and smaller civil claims, you'll jump over to the MCR search portal. Using the new WVPSS system, which by the way just launched in March 2025, is super straightforward. Step 1, hit the website. Step 2, you do need to register, but creating the account is completely free. You just need a valid email address. And step 3, Once you're in, you get instant access to search public cases across all 55 counties in West Virginia, with circuit court history going all the way back to 1999.
Once again, poking around the WVPass database, checking out case summaries, tracking timelines, all totally free. But if you want to actually download or print a PDF of a complaint or a judge's order, West Virginia charges 25 cents per page plus a tiny credit card processing fee. So it's incredibly cheap, but it's not zero. So what happens when you hit a wall? Section 5, troubleshooting your search when records don't appear.
Have you ever found a docket entry, like a timeline of hearings and motions, but there are literally no documents to click on or download? Yeah, it's super frustrating, but it's very common, especially in South Carolina. All it means is that the case has been indexed online for public screening, but the specific physical pages haven't been digitized yet. Don't panic. Your search isn't over. When this happens, here's exactly what you do. First, write down the specific case number and the names of the parties. Second, submit a formal request directly to the local clerk of court. You can do this in person, by mail, or through a county FOIA portal. Third, just be ready to pay for physical copying or certification fees. The clerks are the ultimate keepers of these records, and they will pull the physical file for you.
Let's wrap this all up in Section 6, final takeaways, some boundaries, and next steps. First off, a very quick disclaimer. While this explainer shows you the procedural mechanics of how to locate these public documents, it is absolutely not legal advice. This is strictly for educational purposes. If you're dealing with an active lawsuit, need to file something, or have specific legal concerns, you should always consult a licensed attorney in your state.
So, your big takeaways today are: always double-check your geography, South Carolina or West Virginia. Make sure you're using the right digital portal, like the SC Public Index or the new WVPass. Keep in mind that while searching is free, downloading PDFs or getting certified copies will cost you a few bucks. And finally, never hesitate to reach out to the local clerk of court if a file you need isn't online yet. Go ahead and bookmark this explainer so you've got these steps handy for next time. I want to leave you with this final thought to ponder. As states like West Virginia and South Carolina aggressively digitize their records, literally tearing down the walls that used to require a physical trip to the courthouse, how does this newfound instant transparency impact accountability in your own community? Think about it. When anyone can look up a judge's ruling or a company's lawsuit history right from their couch, the justice system truly belongs to the public. We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences with finding public records, so drop them in the comments below. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and happy searching.